Good evening. Welcome to You Can't Handle the Truth Movies. My name's Chris, this is James, and we're going to review Mountainhead.
You can't handle the truth!
This is a really short one. Four friends reunite during a worldwide economic turmoil.
Four billionaire friends, although they do take the mickey out of the one that's only worth $500 million because he's a poor guy, basically.
Call him Soup. Or the Soup Kitchen.
Yeah. Does feature a mountain.
Does feature a mountain.
Yeah.
Scenery's beautiful.
Beautiful scenery.
Steve Carell, Jason Schwartzman, Cory Smith. I don't know why it only has three names as stars on IMDb.
When there's four main.
When there's four main people.
I really like the build-up going into this film because I knew this definitely obviously wasn't going to be an action film or anything like that. It was going to be more of a twisty-turny film. And it started up, and I like seeing the people come together, how powerful they're, how they're set in their own ways, in their own little worlds. And when they first came together, they had a good rapport with each other, and I got into the movie quite well. As it progresses, it kind of dies down quite I don't know what I want to say, but what I'm trying to say is when they get into
this movie is not very good. There are some really good bits.
What I'm saying. I'll just put it this way: I really like the beginning and the build-up, but then when it came down, and I like the plot, but I didn't like the execution when they're trying to kill that guy, and it just became slapstick funny because I thought it was going to take a dark twist to be like a thriller, and they're actually going to try and take this guy out, and but they just literally turned it into a slapstick comedy, and that kind of ruined it for me because at first I thought it's very light-hearted. They're just talking about all the relevant things like the AI, they're the people in charge, and you see I'll take a phone call from the president. I thought there's so much they could have done with this movie, especially with them all being billionaires and the resources they have and all the things they can do. And they played some bowling. They decide to take out one of the other guys. Steve Carell goes full Steve Carell mode, and it becomes even when they're trying to kill him with a pillow, and they're just oh, I'm sorry, I was trying to kill you, and it just what the hell went on then?
Because the film's rubbish. The bits where they talk about his IQ, Steve Carell being a genius and all that, and they go, 200 IQ, which obviously isn't real. But then there's these things that I liked. It's like their disconnect from real life.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Boiling the egg without any water. Because why would he boil his own egg? The moments where, these are really, really intelligent people, but he walks into the glass door. And it's it wasn't funny because it was quite dark. He was deciding whether or not he should kill somebody. I thought, yeah, that's really good. But the film was just, I'll never watch it again.
When it started off, I was like, it's going to go somewhere, and it didn't.
It started off, I was interested. Yeah. Those first 20, 30 minutes,
yeah,
I was like, this would be really good.
I probably am with you thinking about it, because you just don't get what you promised. You're given four people with unlimited resources. You're given a situation that needs to be tackled. You're given so many things in the movie to set up a good plot, a good twist, a good dynamic between the characters. And it starts off, and I think it does the job reasonably well. And then even at the end, after the guy survives, the other two are talking, and they're like, well, we're just going to go back on this guy anyway. And it's just kind of that's just the way they live. So, meaning the whole thing was just inconsequential anyway, because that's how they all got to where they were, just by basically being completely...
By screwing over everybody.
Just being at the top anyway. And that made it then stereotypical of what you'd expect the movie to be about, rather than having other layers between why they want to take each other out and do all these things, rather than just being, they're billionaires, of course, that's what they do.
Because I think a lot of it based around Steve Carell's character knowing that he's dying and wanting to basically not die. And that's why all the decisions he was making were based around that. So his character is really selfish and I was so frustrated by the time I got to the end of that film.
Yeah, I think I was, and I just went into a little bit of denial because I was so looking forward to it after the first... It was about 20 minutes it had me, and I was like, this is going to be good. And then it just flatlines. And then they make it worse by making the good plot, the good twist in it, where you're like, there's going to be something goes down here, just by making it silly. Yeah. Putting gas under it, and trying to push the one little dark bit of comedy like that in it would have worked nicely, but the whole thing just became like an SNL sketch, and it completely detracted from what would have been.
Throw the bowling ball on him.
They're just throwing it on his stomach. Okay, I've changed my mind during the... I agree, no, because I wound me up.
I can be quite... I got so angry.
But do you see what I mean, though? With the topics of AI, with all the... With the setup of the movie.
They talked about the next step in AI and all of that, and I was really... That stuff really interests me.
Yeah.
And then they just did nothing with it.
It's a bit of a throwaway, isn't it?
They're all tech billionaires, and there's no tech to speak of. Out of 10, I'm going first, because, you know, you can decide. 5.
I was going exactly with a 5.
Oh.
Yeah. It's just, it should have been good, and it really just was it's just a non-film.
Yeah,
No,
I'm glad
it's
you're
just-
seeing the light now.
No, I do, because because I was seeing all the stuff that should have been happening in this film with all the, and none of it did happen apart from the first 20 minutes. But you can set a film up, but what's the point if it doesn't go anywhere?